Mankad.
Well, I owe my career in cricket to my maternal uncle, late in the Arlott year. From my childhood, he has encouraged me and inspired me to play cricket, despite the strong opposition from my parents.
During 1932-33, S.H.M. Kola and N.D. Marshall, prominent cricketers of India of the 30s, were appointed to coach the schoolboys at Jamnagar. Ranjit Singhji's nephew, Jam Sahab Dilip Singhji, used to be present at the nets regularly to watch the boys, and he himself spotted Mankad for his abilities.
I learned my batting from Dilip Singhji, and he made me an opening bat within a month. Only because of my coaching by great coaches, I have become a cricketer.
In 1936-37, while playing for the Navanagar team in the Ranji Trophy final, he scored 185, his first century in first-class cricket, and helped his team win the championship.
Mankad was only 20 when he made his first appearance in representative cricket against Lord Tennyson's team in 1937-38.
20-year-old Mankad was selected to represent India in the second test at Bombay. He was top scorer in both the innings. In the third test at Calcutta, he scored 55 and 25 and captured 4 wickets for 47 runs and helped India win the test. He went on to score an unbeaten century in the Madras test. Mankad topped the batting and bowling averages of both sides and showed class in his very first international series. He couldn't appear for the matriculation examination as he was playing merrily against Lord Tennyson's team. He never went back to school. Cricket became his only education. World War II robbed cricketers all over the world of an opportunity to play international cricket. After such a brilliant start, Mankad had to wait for 7 years to play Test cricket. In December 1945, he married Manorama Vasarajani at Jamnagar.
Mankad was an automatic choice for the Indian team's tour of England in 1946. It was befitting that he should make his debut in official Test cricket at Lord's. In England in 1946, he helped me to put on 293 runs for the first wicket against Sussex at home. In bowling, along with Amarnath, he proved to be our trump bowling combination against England. And he became absolutely indispensable to the Indian side to such an extent that he only missed 2 matches throughout the tour. And he was the first and only Indian cricketer to perform the double, that is, score over 1,000 runs and capture over 100 wickets. Indeed, a grand all-round performance and a feat not repeated by any visiting cricketer in the last 26 years.
The tour of England by India in 1946 will go down in history as that of Merchant and Mankad.
Mankad was honored by being named one of the 5 cricketers of the year in Wisden's of 1947, and he was acclaimed as one of the best left-hand spinners of his time.
The same year, he was signed to play as a professional for Haslingden in Lancashire League cricket. In 1953, he helped Haslingden win the championship of the league, largely through his performances. After his return from the England tour, his first child, Ashok, was born.
I played against Bill Brown in Australia 6 times, and I found him that he was not doing innocently. Then I made up my mind that I must make him run out in the second test at Sydney. Well, I warned him 3 times in the same over, and the 4th time, when I wanted to make him run out, I went 4 steps back. When I came to the crease, he was further than half the wicket, then I had to take my belt off.
The controversial Bill Brown run-out episode is immortal in Australia. Now, when a player is run out in the same manner, the phrase is that he has been mankaded.
I got out to Lindwall 7 times out of 9. I asked him if I was doing anything seriously wrong. In an expensive move, he said that I am coming down late on the Yorker, and possibly if I take the swing little less, then it will be all right. I thanked him, and the next day made 116.
It was the first test century by an Indian against Australia. He went on to score another century in the 5th and final test at Melbourne. Bradman came to see the Indian team off at the airport. He handed an envelope to Mankad containing his signed photograph with the remark, "Well bowled, Vinoo." Mankad values it among the highest tributes ever paid to him for his brilliance in cricket. Don Bradman said of Mankad's performance, "He fought and fought magnificently to score 2 centuries against Lindwall and Miller, the 2 finest fast bowlers since World War II. In the 5-match series, Mankad captured 34 wickets and emerged as the best bowler on either side. In the 5th and final test at Madras, flighting the ball cleverly, Mankad dismissed 8 English batsmen for only 55 runs, taking the last 5 wickets for just 9 runs in 6 overs and 5 balls. The Indian team, led by Hazare, beat England by an innings and 8 runs. It was India's first victory in a test match, and Mankad, with his superb bowling, was the chief architect of India's victory. Mankad was unable to join the Indian team because of his prior contract with Haslingden Club. India lost the first test at Leeds. Then Mankad made his dramatic appearance in the second test at Lord's. This test became famous as Mankad's Test. He came out of Saturday afternoon club games to an international test match and dominated the match completely. He scored 72 in the first innings and 184 in the second. He hit all around fiery Truman, Betzer, Laker and Rowley Jenkins. Jenkins' fourth delivery was sent soaring straight over the nursery end side screen for a sensational 6. As if this was not enough, Mankad bowled altogether 97 overs to take 7 wickets in the match. He bowled several maiden overs to Hutton, Simpson and May. Out of a total hour's play, Mankad was on the field for 24 hours. Englishmen called it Mankad's match. They said it was Mankad versus England. One of the happiest spectators at the match was his coach, Bert Wensley, as he watched his student rise to such eminence. Rarely has a player done as much in a single test match as Mankad did at Lord's. After tea, both the teams were presented to Queen Elizabeth II. When Mankad's turn came, she paused near him for a while and said, "I enjoyed your game on TV, and I heartily congratulate you on your grand performance." In the very first test, Mankad completely mesmerized the Pakistani batsman. He captured 13 wickets in the match for just 71 runs. In the third test at Bombay, Mankad captured his 100th test wicket and also completed double of 1,000 runs, both in a record span of only 23 tests, an unbeaten world record till this day. In the third test at Bombay, Mankad captured his 100th test wicket, that of Waqar Hassan, in the evening after struggling hard throughout the day. A little later, his 101st victim was Hanif Mohammad. Against some of the giants of world cricket, Mankad shouldered the major burden of bowling along with Subhash Gupte. He also played some excellent innings and made 66, the top score for India in the fourth test at Georgetown. He was run out after scoring 96 at Port of Spain. In the final test at Kingston, Mankad again displayed amazing stamina as a bowler. He dismissed half the West Indies team and bowled 82 overs, a record among Indian bowlers. Now, Mankad was captain of the Indian team. Hampered by unresponsive wickets, the 5-match series remained inconclusive, though India had fielded her best fielding side. After scoring a double century in the Bombay Test against New Zealand, Mankad hammered 231 in the 5th Test at Madras and created a world record with an opening partnership of 413 with Pankaj Roy. His 231 is the highest score by an Indian batsman in test matches. In this test, he crossed 2,000 runs in test cricket. Mankad became one of the 4 cricketers in the world to achieve the distinction of scoring 2,000 runs and taking 100 wickets in test matches. In the 5th test at New Delhi in 1959, while playing against the West Indians, in the second innings, Mankad was clean bowled by Collie Smith for a duck. That was the last ball he faced in test cricket.
Good wife is always helpful in one's career. As in my case, she has been all the time saying, play cricket. Unless and until you introduce the professional cricket, you cannot improve the standard.
Vinoo, what do you feel about cricket?
I enjoyed playing cricket. I'm off to my coaching.
Before you go, Vinoo, why did you ever believe in luck?
I never believed in bad luck.
A sudden end came to his glorious career in cricket. At the age of 45, after taking Rajasthan to the final of the Ranji Trophy in 1962, he retired from competitive cricket. Mankad's other contribution to Indian cricket is his disciples. To name a few, Manjrekar, Salim Durrani, Hanumant Singh, Solkar, his son Ashok, among many others. Many Indian cricketers owe a lot to Mankad. They played in league cricket in England due to his recommendation and encouragement. Right-handed batsman and left-arm bowler, his combination of batting, bowling and fielding remain unsurpassed by any cricketer in this country. By rigorous practice, he acquired an exceptional power of flight and length. He rarely delivered 2 similar balls in 1 over. By nature an impetuous and aggressive batsman, he believed that the ball is meant to be hit and hit hard. Fusion of natural ability with painstaking devotion to the game, extending over a span of 26 years, produced a cricketing genius. In the year 1967, he was granted the honorary life membership of the MCC.
It must be hard, even for his friends in India, to realise quite how great an impact Vinoo Mankad made on cricketing England in 1946. Although he'd played first-class cricket at home 10 years before, he was virtually unknown to English followers, and now, at the very beginning of post-war English cricket, at Worcester, unaccustomed to the conditions and in the coldest weather he'd ever known for a match, he emerged at once as a player of international standard, with 8 wickets after 2 magnificent spells of slow left-arm bowling. He went on to perform the rare feat of the double, 1,000 runs and 100 wickets on a tour. And when he continued at the same level in Australia, he established himself as a world-class all-rounder. His slow left-arm bowling with sharp spin, a well-hidden ball that rolled on with his arm, a faster one, and an accuracy of length that compelled respect even on batsmen's wickets. Then he was arguably the best slow left-arm bowler in the world, and his batting, founded on orthodox defence, blossomed until he scored that thunderous 183 at Lord's in 1952. Vinoo Mankad both enjoyed and worked at his cricket. He held his catches. He became a philosopher about the game, and for me, a good and relishable friend.